Stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. I'm here with the coach, John Brent.
And I'm here with the vet, Ian Griffin, and we're with
Perry. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Man, I am doing great. It's great to be out here at Los Pinos. This is a beautiful place.
It is beautiful weather. You picked a great day to come out here.
Well, we appreciate you inviting us out here. So, Perry, we got a few questions for you if you don't mind.
Sure, fire away.
So, what made you come out here, first of all?
It was kind of a retirement gig. We had a weekend place. I lived in Dallas at the time, in Carrollton, and we had a weekend place out here between here and Winsboro. And we, after this place opened, we came here a lot, got to know the owner, the original owner at the time, and later on he invited us to invest, which we did, and here we are. It was kind of one of those retirement plans that actually worked out.
How long have you been here?
Well, it was about 10 years ago we invested, but I've only been retired about 2.5 years and been out here full time since then.
Now, you say you lived in Carrollton. I used to live in Carrollton. Where'd you live in Carrollton?
Over near Rosemead and Old Denton.
Okay, I used to work in Addison off of Beltline and Midway area, but I lived up in that same area. Actually, that's crazy. So you like this better than the hustle and bustle?
Oh yeah. In fact, I almost don't like to go back to Dallas anymore and get into all that traffic and go, yeah, why am I even here? Let's go back to the country.
Yes, exactly.
So, about how many acres do you have out here?
There's about 40 acres altogether. There's about 15 planted in grapevines. We got 10 acres of Blanc de Bois and 5 of Black Spanish, which is a red hybrid variety.
Okay. So, what's your favorite wine?
Wow, that's tough. If you ask that to the winemaker, he would say all of them. Actually, probably my 3 favorites. I'm kind of a dry red guy, so the Sangiovese, the Cabernet Sauvignon, and the Tempranillo are all excellent. Well, and the Collage is good. It's like they're all good, but I'll pick one of those. Actually, the one I'm drinking right now is the Collage, which is a Cabernet blend.
When you come try the Collage.
Yes. So I like the Rosie the Riveter out here.
Yeah.
I like that one. I'm a sweet guy,
You know what, Rosie, since with the current political climate, Rosie has gotten more popular than ever before just because of the kind of women we can do it image. Sure.
Yeah, so my wife, she's a dry wine drinker by far. She likes the dries, and I tell her she likes it like sandpaper almost. So, but she loves the wine out here. This is great. So, being out here, what's probably your biggest challenge that you have out here, being out here in Northeast Texas area?
It was probably getting people to discover us. It's been a process. We've been here 19 years. Next year will be our 20th anniversary. We're going to do something big. We haven't decided exactly what yet, but it was a process. I mean, we're not in the Texas wine country, if you want to call it that, is down near Fredericksburg, and we actually opened a little over a year ago down there too. So we've got 2 places now. But for a long time, you don't just stumble across this place, right? You got to be looking for it. Most people, when they're driving out down the county road, looking at the cow pastures and
mobile homes,
think, I got to be lost. There can't really be a winery out here. But
now, we're both from Pittsburgh and off of Old Gimmer Highway. There's a lot of fishing growing up. But the first time that I came here was about a year and a half ago. And I was like, we have to be lost. And keep going, and we actually weren't lost. And it's beautiful out here. How many of the cabins or cottages do you have out here to rent?
We just have the one right here by the parking lot, but about 2 years ago, I guess, Relax and Wind Down, their neighbors came in and put those 3 tiny homes over there. And then, just a little farther down the street and around the corner, we got Lavender Mermaid Farm. It's been there about 8 or 9 years now. They got 5 more cabins, but they're back in the woods. You can't see them from the county road.
Right. Now, we saw that turn-in down there, but it's only, about a mile from here, maybe?
Yeah, it's only about.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, do y'all have any weddings or anything like that out here?
Oh yeah, we have weddings out here fairly regularly. Right now, we used to have space in the barrel room where we could accommodate people inside, but that's all full of wine barrels now, so we can't use that space anymore. So as long as the wedding can be outside, and typically on a day that we're not super busy like a Saturday, we can accommodate those outside. We can always get rent tents and whatever if the weather's not.
So what's your best seller out of all?
Best seller of all the wines?
Yes, sir.
would be all my exes.
All my exes. Oh my gosh.
May or may not live in Texas, right?
That's the truth.
Yes, yes.
So that's a Sweet Red. Our number 2 seller is our other Sweet Red, Rodeo Red. So
Rodeo Red.
the Reds, we sell a lot of sweet wine in Texas.
Yeah.
That's great. My wife is actually from the Buffalo, New York area, and she's all into the red dry.
Yeah.
So you probably know. Do you know where Fredonia is?
I have.
You
heard
don't.
of Fredonia.
I had a great aunt that lived in Fredonia, and that's where we would go like every couple of years in the summer for a family reunion. So
Well, it wasn't actually Buffalo. It was actually East Aurora, which was about 15 minutes from Orchard Park where the Bills play. So
Okay,
that's actually
yeah.
the area that she
Yeah.
lived in. But yeah, she came to Texas as quick as she could because she got tired of the cold.
oh, and the snow
And the
the-
snow. Oh, it was, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, she's over there looking at us right now. But so I see you got a guy here doing music. Do y'all have like weekly or weekend music?
Every Friday and Saturday we have music start about 6:30 and goes till we close. So that's always been a popular
Oh,
attraction for us. In the beginning it used to always be jazz, but now we mix it up. So sometimes it's country, a lot of times it's cover groups that play a wide variety of stuff, soft rock, jazz, a little of everything. And then a few months ago, we started a special Sunday concert series with an artist who doesn't normally play here, who usually has a following on Sunday evening after we close, like at about 6 o'clock, 6:30 on Sunday evening, and those have been well received too. We took a little break in the hottest part of the summer, but we'll start that up again in October.
Okay.
That's great.
So one question I do have for you that's kind of a little bit, not so much about Los Pinos, is we're here tonight and it's 9/11, and we figured we'd throw out the question to everybody that's up here tonight. Where were you during 9/11?
Yeah, that's a great question. I was actually in Washington, D.C.
Wow.
9/11, I had started a new job at the time and was in a training class down there out in a suburb, Tyson's Corners, and you could see the smoke from the Pentagon fire on the horizon, and it was pretty eerie. After it all happened, the streets cleared out. There were no people. There were no cars. I was in a multi-story office building, so you're kind of looking down on there was a big mall across the street, and the whole parking lot was empty. There was nobody anywhere. It was like the end of the world.
Now, how long was it before were you living in Texas at that time?
Well, I was, yeah.
How long did it take you to fly back home?
That's another great question, because we were there for a week-long training class, and I think it was a Tuesday that year that it happened. And of course, they canceled all the flights. Nobody was flying. My flight was out on Friday, and mine was one of the few that Friday was the first day they opened up the airports again for flights, and mine was one of the few that actually left. Some of the guys just had to drive their rent car to Florida or wherever they lived because they couldn't get a flight.
Can I ask, how was the security that 3 days? That you said that was Friday. 9/11 was on Tuesday. How was the security that soon after?
I don't remember that it was that much different at that point. It could have been, but I don't remember. I don't think they'd set up all the TSA checkpoints by that time, but I don't actually remember. I don't remember anything out of the ordinary.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because now when you fly, it's totally changed from the prior to. So that's crazy. And being in Washington, my sister was close at that time too, and it was crazy in that area.
Yeah, my wife was trying to call me after it happened because she didn't know what part of Washington I was in, and of course, when something like that happens, they block all the incoming calls and the cell networks too, so that the emergency responders and other people can make calls. So she couldn't even get through. She was kind of freaking out for a while because she didn't know what was going on with me.
Well, hey, Perry, we truly appreciate you letting us come out here. We really do, and it's an opportunity to meet with everybody here and just enjoy the atmosphere.
Well, thanks for coming, guys.
And you can check online. I saw you can check online who's going to be in the event for like tomorrow night, who's playing. You continue doing that. So if you want to come out and check the Facebook, I believe that's where I saw it, and it has the dates and who's going to be playing.
Okay. Sure does. And if I can do one more shameless plug.
Yes.
October 3rd, which is a Saturday, we're having our harvest party. It's going to be a big gathering starting at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're having Pauline Reese and her whole band out here, out on the loggia. Pauline actually grew up in Pittsburgh when she was up until her like mid-teenage years. So she's excited to come back. We're going to have mechanical bulls. We're going to have a bunch of things out here on the lawn. So it'll be a fun evening. So everybody come on out and visit on October 3rd.
October 3rd.
Harvest.
Yep.
All right.
A grape stomp too.
Have a what?
You can stomp grapes.
Oh,
We're
my
going to have
goodness.
grapes in a barrel, and
my
you can be
goodness.
like
Yes,
Lucy,
Do I have to get a
Lucy and
pedicure?
Ethel.
Do I have to get a pedicure first? to do
You
that?
got to do it. Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
And
I'll come watch.
We'll make a special wine called Toe Jam after it's over. No, just kidding. We're not going to make wine out of that.
You know somebody's going to ask.
We're going to clip that part.
I know. People will. People will ask.
Yep. Well, hey, we appreciate it. And so from the coach and the vet, really appreciate you taking the time to let us come out here. We really do a lot.
Absolutely.
All
We
right.
appreciate it so much.
So,
Thanks, guys.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
So stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned.